In a village lives a couple named John and Maxi. They used to love each other and married after getting permission from everyone.
I'm lucky that I got a life partner like you.
I also feel lucky to have a life partner like you.
No, I am lucky.
No, I am lucky. In this way, John and Maxi started living a happy life and people beloved called them the best couple. A few days later, they had a son. They named him James. After the birth of James, John focused on earning money. Despite loving Maxi so much, he did not have time for her. His focus was only on earning money so that his family never faces any money problems, due to which he became distant from his family. James was grown up now. One day Maxi got very angry and decided to talk to John. John, do you remember how long it's been that we have sat together and talked?
Why are you scolding, Maxi? I'm earning money for my family only.
Not for family. You're running after money as you only need money.
Maxi, do you have a mind? Whatever I'm doing is for the future of James. Why are you fighting with me?
You feel my obstacle is a fight? I can no longer live with you. From now on, I want to live my life on my own. You keep your son James and earn a lot of money for the family. After saying all these, Maxi came out with her luggage. John tried to explain to her, but she was adamant. Maxi left even when James was crying. Maxi's departure was a big shock for John. She left him even when he loved him more than his life. John was feeling very bad and was trying to act normally after seeing James. John never let James miss her mother. After some years, James had grown up now. Soon after, the marriage proposal came for John, but he said no.
Daddy, why did you refuse a second marriage? I do not need marriage. You are my everything. Daddy, you love me so much. I love you, my dear son.
Son and father used to love each other very much. James was now a teenager and his habits were slowly changing. John started interrupting when James used to roam outside.
I will not come home tomorrow night. James, what's the reason? It is my friend's birthday. I will stay with my friends. No, James, I don't like when you stay out at night.
John thus began to stop James on trivial matters, which led to a change in James' thinking. James started thinking that if I had a mother, it would never have happened, and began hating his father. A few days later, James attained a young age and John began scolding James a lot.
You should feel ashamed as your marks are so low. In my class, some of my classmates' scores are lower than mine. I'm not asking about them. I'm asking why your marks are so low even after paying so much money for the studies. Daddy, from where the money came in between? James, don't make me angry. I'm asking you for your future only. No, Daddy. As Mama said, you are very money-minded. James, you're also thinking like your mother. Not about my hard work. I should have sent you along with your mother during that time.
After scolding James, John went from there. James started thinking, if Mom were here, I would not have to listen all the scolding. He always threatens to send me along with the mom. Staying with Dad for 2 years is very difficult. I'm missing her so much. I know her address. I should go to live with her, leaving John alone. He goes to live with his mother, leaving behind a letter for him. On reaching his mother's house, He presses the calling bell there. What a surprise, James! How you came here?
Mom, I was missing you so much, so came to stay with you.
It is not possible. I have had a second marriage and I have children. You can't live here, James.
I have come to live with you. I have left my dad's house and now I cannot even go back.
No, James, listen to me. You go to your daddy. I am getting late. Maxi closed the door while speaking. James felt really bad as his mother didn't even hug him and not even talk to him properly. He didn't want to go to his daddy either. James was living his life while staying in a small shed. On the other hand, John was searching for James and he came to know that James is with his mother. John was missing James so much that his health worsened and he died. John gives his diary to his neighbor and tells him to give it to James. In the meantime, James nurses a dog named Tommy. James becomes very fond of Tommy. One day, Tommy alone goes on the road and falls into a nearby drain.
Tommy, Tommy, where have you gone? Where have you gone? Has anyone seen my Tommy?
After a while, he heard Tommy's voice from a nearby drain. James started crying as he saw Tommy. James takes Tommy home. James scolds Tommy. Why did you go down the street alone? Upon hearing James scolding, Tommy goes away from there. Tommy didn't even eat food. Then James feeds him.
See, Tommy, you're my life. Tommy, why would I scold you without reason? If anything happens to you, I have nobody. My scolding is for your good only.
James takes Tommy into his lap and says, Tommy, I'm scolding you for your own good. While saying this, James thinks of his father as he also used to scold him for his own good. James thinks of going to his father. James goes home with Tommy, but John is not there as he is dead. John's neighbor gives a diary to James. John wrote in his diary,
Oh, my dear son, James. I know you will come back to me because your mother is not in a situation to accept you as she is married now. Her life has changed completely. I knew this for many years. That's why I was raising you like a mother. But as soon as you came into your teenage, you completely changed. I used to scold you so that your future will be good. When I said all this, you started liking your mother. James, do you know what? I'm a heart patient. The doctor told me only a few days after you were born. And that's why I started earning money, so that you and your mother never face money problems. But you both misunderstood me and your mother left me. You too left me, but I always kept you as my life. My whole life went by while taking care of you. I never thought of leaving you, but you left me. I love you, James.
This is what it was written in the letter. After reading the letter, James understood what his father was going through. James felt ashamed of himself. James, while saying Daddy, began crying loudly, but there was no use. Lesson: those who love us only scold us. We should understand this and not envy them.